Hello, my name's Brian Jacobs, and this is my husband.
I'm Michael Ngo. I'm from Malaysia.
And I grew up here in Los Angeles, and now we live in downtown Los Angeles in our new house. We just bought a house, but I couldn't get his support for a couple reasons, which we'll get into later. But our biggest joy in our life was when we got married in West Hollywood Park.
On August 2nd, 2008.
It was Michael's 30th birthday, and we flew in his mother and sister-in-law, and we had all our friends and family there. And it was a tearful, beautiful event. We had our wedding party right at the Abbey next door, so a very popular gay bar, and we had a really wild, kind of fun night. But it's been very challenging because when I met Michael 6 years ago, he came to the United States from Malaysia as a student.
And I'm still on the student visa.
After 6 years.
After 6 years.
And 3 years of marriage. So he's still in school.
Because I have to be, in order to legally stay here in the United States, I have to be a full-time student here. And it is very expensive as I pay international student fee, which is 10 times more than the residence fee.
So our marriage is legal because we got married in the Prop 8 window for those 6 or 7 months. However, we don't benefit from anything really. We even got screwed on our taxes. We had to file 3 separate times because we're married and not married. But the biggest burden of all is the fact that we can't really move forward with our lives. I had to buy the house because he's from Malaysia and they wouldn't let him sign on to the house with me. So that was a burden. And Michael's unable to contribute to a lot because all of his money goes towards paying for school. And the only way to remain a nurse, an RN in America for him is to stay in school. And every semester he has to reapply to keep his job. So we can never rely on his income. His income could be pretty good, but we can never rely on it. So it's really sucks.
Frustrating.
It's very frustrating. So we're just waiting for our lives to get started because we can, travel. Right now, he currently, because of his visa, he is not allowed to leave the United States. And I'm a teacher and I'm taking my students to China in December, and he can go for free and he's not even allowed to go. He can't leave the country.
Because my visa has already expired, but legally I'm still legally able to stay here because I'm current with my status. Unfortunately, if I leave the country, I take the risk of not coming back.
So we might be separated if we go anywhere outside the country. So this is why we support equality, because we just feel bastardized and left out in the cold, hanging out here waiting for Obama and these courts and everyone to make a decision about Prop 8 and DOMA, because without any of those changes, Michael could be deported at any moment. And it's very frustrating and very sad, and especially since we just bought a house. If he gets deported, I don't know what we would do with the house, because I would go with him for sure. So why we support equality is he's a nurse, so for his patients.
For my patient, I want to see a full equality for all the LGBT families. I'm like, well, in the state of California, we allow LGBT families to visit their family, but it probably wouldn't be it would be another story for other states.
Yeah.
So we don't want that to happen. If let's say a patient is dying in the hospital and the family are not allowed, their loved ones are not allowed to visit them. It is a tragedy.
And I teach these incredible kids in Los Angeles, and I want them to have a wonderful, supportive country and place for them to be, wonderful citizens. So that's our story. Love you.